What's up, everybody? Alright, this is a video that I'm excited to make, and trust me, a lot of people are gonna get triggered. But before we get into all of that, let us first of all enjoy the wonderful gameplay which is brought to you by the Mortal Kombat team. Alright, so I have the Dark Metal cards in Raiden. We have the Nora Snow Globe on Scorpion, but not for the usual reasons that we have it on. So first of all, we pop off the super move with Raiden. Got it? Okay. So with that taken care of, we have to make sure we push this girl to the corner so she can stop being annoying. And hey, if you clicked on this video expecting 2 billion damage, if you're one of those guys that's obsessed with 7 one-shots and 2 billion damage, do yourself a favor and click off. That's not what my content is about. Now we just tagged in Scorpion, right? And then we have the boss sitting on the hazard, and look, she's not jumping like she normally would. Like, they don't spam jump attacks anymore. This is a W. You know why this is a W? For the guys that don't have the Nora Snow Globe, they can enjoy Scorpion now. Alright? This is proof that the developers are starting to actually care about the complaints of their players. So, for that, let us be a little bit grateful, okay? This game is in a place where it wasn't a couple of months ago. This is a huge W in the latest update. Don't even get me started on the fluid gameplay. The gameplay is not clunky, it's not laggy like it used to be. They finally did it, boys. This is amazing. All right, now with that out the way, this video is going to have several parts to it. All right, the first part I'm gonna have to start with is to express my disappointment. My disappointment in some of the players, but I really don't blame them, because what I have come to notice is that the people that get into the game, they model their entire gaming experience based off of what they watched somebody do. All right, why am I saying this? There's a lot of people in the gaming community that is highly obsessed with doing 2 billion damage and 7 one-shots. Like, that's all it is about the game. They forget the aspect of the game where you actually have to enjoy playing the game. Everyone has this generic, repetitive, soulless experience when they play the game. And I will explain more going into that, but we just defeated what's her name again? Unhinged Harley Quinn. Everybody's least favorite Harley Quinn. Now we'll do a bit of a cleanup fight on Silver Banshee with Reverse Flash, Justice League the Flash, and Silver Green Lantern for the barrier. I don't want to be able to stress out combo interrupting this woman, okay? So while the Reverse Flash is getting the job done, back to what I was saying. My first question is this: why are you playing the game? Obviously, you're playing the game to have fun and enjoy the game, right? Now, guess what? When you're obsessed with damage, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against doing the damage. That's what you're here for. You're playing solo race to do damage, but are you having fun while doing it? If you're not, then you're playing the game wrong. You know why? Because right at the end of all this struggle to get to the damage cap, whatever you do, 2 billion damage, let me spoil it for you guys. The first couple of weeks or months that you get to the point where you're able to one-shot every single bosses, it's gonna be fine and dandy. All well and good, and you know. After that, it starts to become more of a chore to get through. Most of you guys don't know this until you get to that point, because look, we are all human beings, all right? We like what's flashy, all right? It's so flashy when you watch someone pop off 2 billion damage with the Beta Club or Gemstone, but guess what? I can guarantee you that those guys, they don't enjoy playing the game. It is more of an ego trip. Like, you look, guys, look what I can do. Can you do this? Look, man, I can pull this off, you know? That's not what my content is about. My content is about having fun in the game. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the gameplay. this lady here, she has this long tagging window, and I really don't want to deal with any of that. So I just went with the Puppet Lord Joker team. Okay. So back to what I was saying. These things that I mentioned have given people the idea that they are bad characters in the game. And if you've been following my content from day one, which I recommend you go check out, I always say there are no bad characters in the game. Okay? Before the introduction of solo raids in the game, they only had league raids, which in my opinion, league raids are way better than solo raids because it actually requires individual efforts. I mean, individual and collective efforts as well. Okay? It doesn't matter how strong your character is built, you still have to be skilled enough to defeat the league raid bosses. While in the solo raids, all you just have to do is have the pay to win artifacts and you can like breeze through it. In the league raids, if you have pay to win artifacts, you're still gonna struggle a little bit. That's why I like the league raids. And it requires team effort. People actually have to work together. Now, a lot of you might not know this, but the league raids has been longer in the game than the solo raids. The solo raids was actually introduced as a money grab thing for the developers. So I am holding the developers accountable for the state the game was before the update. Before the updates, the game was in a pretty shitty state. I'm not gonna lie. Because they wanted to make a lot of money off the game. They created this platform where people hated most of their characters because the characters that they built pre-solo raids were not able to outperform the ones that were released. Not even outperform. Go on par with the characters that was released during and the years moving on from the solo raid era. Okay, so we just reached boss entangling poison ivy, and I'm gonna pause my rants to focus on the gameplay here. Now, guess what? A lot of people don't even know that Girl of Steel Supergirl is a good character. You know why? Because you watch content when people focus more on pay to win artifacts and repetitive generic gameplay. Now, Girl of Steel Supergirl is like a low budget Zatanna. Zatanna is a legendary character. Not everyone is gonna get her off the bat. But Girl of Steel Supergirl is a gold character. And guess what? Everyone has a chance to unlock this character when she invades Arena on the 9th. I have already maxed out like 7 stars, but I'm missing 1 gear. So this is a character that I am very excited to work on. She's a very good support character. Okay, a very, very decent one. She gives you the solar shields that reflects and nullifies. It cancels out any negative effects that you inflict on the team. Like right now, it reflects most of the negative effects when you have the solar shields. And the solar shields, you get that from doing specials with her. And while she's giving you solar shields to cancel out the negative effect the enemy will put on you, she is also granting the entire team a 400% damage buff. Look, I think I got the damage buff all maxed out with her, and look at the damage I'm doing. Look. But the thing with this character is that you don't get the best out of the character until you get her. She's usable at 4 stars, don't get me wrong, right? It just takes a longer time to stack her solar shields. And as you can see, we defeated the bosses. Now, the boss is barely 400 mil health. But that's because this is heroic level 4. Got it? If this was a higher heroic mode, obviously I'm gonna have higher passive stats and then we'll do more damage. That's how the solo raid thing works. So, a quick word to the players. There's a reason why I don't showcase my roster. I don't care about any of that. I care about having fun playing the game, and I want the people that watch my content to do the same. I don't care if the best character in your team is Suicide Squad Deadshot. You have to learn how to make that man work, okay? Now, I don't blame the players. I also blame the people that developed the game. They backed themselves into this corner, which was why in 2024, they introduced the class ascension. Like I said, I think I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now. The game, the highest you can upgrade a character to before 2024 was 7 stars. The whole 14 stars thing was introduced in 2014 because the developers recognized that some characters have advantage over the other. I don't know why they didn't know this when they were so blinded by making money off of selling artifacts and solo raid characters to the point where they didn't know that the game that they built has fallen into a state where more than half of the characters has become irrelevant to the players. Like almost everyone believes that if a character doesn't pull off 2 damage for you, that means that's a trash garbage character. And I for one don't believe in any of that. This is my take on it. There are characters that you like, and there are characters that you dislike. There are characters that you want to be invested in. I mean, Black Manta is a legendary character that can pull off a lot of damage for you, but that doesn't mean that I like the character. That's how I see it. You either like the character or you don't. But damage-wise, any character that you properly invest in with the right artifacts and the right damage buff can do a decent amount of damage for you. Not necessarily 2 billion or 7 one-shots, but that's not the point of the game. The point of a game is for you to have fun. And believe me, it is a soulless abyss. It's a hole. There is this emptiness that will hover around you when you are so obsessed with doing 2 billion damage all the time. And you do it. You eventually do it, right? And you 7 one-shot every single bosses every single time for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. This kind of emptiness that hovers around you to the point where you're like, man, I don't want to play this game anymore. That is the spoiler for the Injustice 2 mobile solo raid. Just in case you don't know. A lot of people that quit playing the game didn't quit playing the game because it was hard. They quit playing the game because they got to the point where they don't even feel like playing the game because they paid their way to reach the end. You know what's waiting for you at the end of the 7 one-shots? Nothing. There's nothing. There is no medal. There is no award. There is nothing waiting for you at the end of that. That's why they resort to showing off how awesome their roster is. I mean, I'm not calling anybody's name here. Look, if that's your thing, that's your thing, okay? I'm not here to demoralize or moralize anyone. I am just on the side of enjoying the game. Any game for that matter. That's why I am against the whole pay to win shit. It's a cheap way to get to the end. And there's nothing waiting for you at the end but emptiness, soullessness, lack of desire. That's what is right at the end of all of that. So I am encouraging you, if you're new in your account or if you're midway through your account, try as much as possible to enjoy the game while doing damage. I'm not saying you should use characters that's not going to help you do damage. That's not what I'm saying. What I am against is the obsession that you have to one-shot every single boss. The obsession that you have to do 2 billion damage all the time. Orm is a character that even if he's not able to do 2 billion damage, as long as I enjoy using the character, that's fine for me. And that is the right attitude to use towards the game. It's a game. All right, let's take a look at the rewards you got. Look at these guys. Better yet, look at the artifacts. Look, man, I'm at the stage in my main account where I don't care about the characters that I get. At least give me a good artifact. Not give me a solo raid themed artifact. I'm playing for the artifacts now. Okay, if this was in my secondary account, that would still be, I would be like, you know what, it's okay, you know. All right, so we just switched to the secondary account for the people that are waiting for that. And we're taking down tier 3 boss Sub-Zero. Okay, He has this mechanics where if you hit him too much, he freezes you. So this is how I'm gonna bypass that. I'm using Batwoman the Drowned as my damage dealer. Got it? And as I'm hitting him, I'm watching out for the freezing. I'm watching out for the freezing. I'm watching out for the freezing. And the game mechanics is designed in a way that if you freeze, there has a window where, you know, the whole counter, the freezing counter restarts again. So you'll see. Just watch what I do now. Man, use your special. Okay, good. I start hitting him, right? I keep hitting him, and I'm watching the freeze meter go up. That's fine and dandy. Okay. Almost there. And what I'm gonna do now is tag out. Right when he's about to freeze me, I will tag out to a character that I want to get frozen. Okay, now I just did. I just waited to activate the... Okay, see? I did this on purpose so the freeze counter can restart when I tag in Batwoman the Drowned. You can do this with your King of Atlantis Aquaman. You need a character that's gonna take the damage for you. Like I said, you need to have one main damage dealer and 2 support characters. That's how you go in your battles, especially the league raids and the solo raids. Alright, so we start hitting him again. I had to pause my rant so I can explain what was actually going on in this fight. Alright, let's see if we can pop off one more activation. Alright, so let's do the super move with John for some reason. Oh, he froze me himself. Okay, so we froze ourselves on purpose so we can restart the freeze counter. But I don't think I'm going to have enough time to reactivate the water hazard with Batwoman the Drowned. There's just not enough time. I mean, it won't stop me from trying anyways. Okay, yeah, that was horrible. But you guys get the point, right? So like I was saying, I don't blame the players completely, okay? I split the blame between the developers and the players. The developers backed themselves into this corner where people don't appreciate the characters that they spent time to build only because of their own greed. Half of the Injustice 2 mobile community don't even play the arena. They don't play the arena, they don't play the Champions Arena, they don't even play the League Invasions. Everyone is just all about solo raids. People don't even take the League raids all that seriously, and they know this. That's why they had to refactor the League raid. They had to change the League raid because people don't care. Guess what? I believe in the updates that's coming next, they will work on the arena as well. I don't know. The light bulb that went off in the developer's head, I don't know, thank God for that. Because the solo raids, there is this YouTuber, a legend. I call him a legend because in the days of my early days, I watched his content. He's actually the inspiration behind me doing this. He is on the side of having fun while playing the game. He inspired me to do all of this, but he doesn't play the game anymore for some reason. I hope he is alright. He hasn't uploaded in 2 years plus, going to 3 years. I hope he's doing well wherever he is. So, he made a video back in 2020, I think, explaining why solo raid ruined Injustice 2 mobile, and he was on point. Every point that he laid out, I think I'm gonna leave. If you want to watch, I will leave the link to the video so you can watch that in the comment section. Comment if you want to watch it, and I'll leave the link to it. Solo raids actually ruined Injustice 2 mobile, and he was right about that. Everyone is so obsessed with doing a lot of damage, they don't even appreciate the variety of characters that we have in the game. A character is automatically labeled as trash because the character doesn't pull off billions of damage for you, as if that is all that matters. I actually enjoy using every character and learning about their play sets, how they work, what they're about. Before I got into Injustice 2 Mobile, I didn't know about Zatanna. I really didn't. I mean, I played Injustice 1. That was the first time I heard of Zatanna. I was like, whoa, there's a character named Zatanna and she's a magician? Okay. You know? The Girl of Steel Supergirl, Legendary Shazam, Orm, these are characters that are being made of all because of they don't pull 2 billion damage in one shots for you. While in other areas of the game, have you fought Legendary Shazam in Arena? This guy is insane to handle. Have you fought him in League Invasions? This dude is out of this world. But the developers have listened to the complaints of the players, right? The developers listen to majority of the complaints, and they refactor the character. They actually show that they care about the game that they made. They feel bad for the corner they backed themselves into because of greed. Now everyone wants this character that can just basically one-shot every boss until the end of time. Trust me, that's not fun. Like I said, it gets repetitive, it gets boring, and you will eventually find yourself in a position where you don't even want to play the game anymore. Because what is there to do? You don't done everything. Is that where you want to be? So shout out Alter Live. Alter, you are a legend, all right? And I'm picking up the pieces from where you left off. I will keep making content for people who have appreciation for the game and who want to do damage but is not obsessed with it. You can do damage, right? But don't be obsessed with it, if that makes any sense. Your day is not going to be ruined because you didn't 7 one-shot every bosses. You're not going to be sulking all day because you didn't do 2 billion damage with Beast Boy. Or because you... Oh my lord. It's so disappointing. But yeah, I feel like I spend majority of the time talking about the negatives. Now let's move on to the positives. The Scorpion team is now fun to use. It's not bugged. They took away the bug and made it fun to use. Raiden and Scorpion can... If you want to incorporate Sub-Zero there as well, you can go ahead, my dude. The Mortal Kombat team is usable. It's no longer dependent on the Norris Snow Globe or any bug. Wonderful, beautiful win. The league grades are better now because they refactored it. They changed the repetitive nature of the league grades. The league grades is beautiful. I love it. It's better than the solo raids because it requires you to actually try. That's why a lot of people still struggle. Man, I love the league raids. What else? Oh, I did talk about the smooth gameplay. It's not laggy, it's not clunky. Okay? Every character in the game, I love all of them except for Multiverse Batwoman. And we're currently fighting her now. And the reason why is not because of she doesn't do damage. I don't like the Multiverse Batwoman character because of the way she fights and the way she looks. She looks so small, she looks so weak, and she fights like a little bitch. She dashes forward and dashes backwards, all trying to delay time so she can save up enough power bar to perform a special on you. That's all she does. That's all she does. What a weak ass character. I think she's the only character in the game that fights like this. Now the Joker characters are annoying for a whole different reason. Everyone knows this. You see a Joker character, you already know what you're gonna expect. I have had the Joker character back off and perform a jump attack on me 7 times in a row. And that was unbelievable. Alright, let's talk about something else that was changed in the game. Because of the complaints, Well, I wouldn't say it's because of the complaints. Listen. The reason why those characters, trust me, the people that created the game are not idiots, okay? They stay in touch with how many chests. They watch that. The chests that we open, and they notice that lesser and lesser people open the Fury of the God Shazam chest. That's why they refactored it. He's on sale and nobody's buying the character because everyone is so obsessed with performing 2 billion damage on solo raids. So, okay. And now, the more I talk about this, the more I start to understand that the developers haven't changed. They're still greedy. The only reason why they refactored Fury of the God Shazam is so they can sell the character and the solo raid sweats. The solo raid addicts, the addicts that are so addicted to one shot in every single bosses will add him to their collection. Oh man, this game is starting to look like it's beyond redeemable. But if you follow my content, I will show you how to enjoy the game, regardless of whatever. If you're 1 million threats, if you're 10 million threats, if you're 100 million threats, I will still show you how to have fun playing the game. Before I opened my league, right, there is this guy, Osnes. That's not his real name, but that is his username. This dude at that point was 88, I think he was 77 million threats. And he still enjoys playing the game. Mind blowing, right? Mind blowing. Most people get to 35-40 mil and then they don't even show up to the fights. They don't even have the motivation to play the game anymore. But this guy is still going strong till today because he focuses more on enjoying the game rather than doing damage with fucking pay to win artifacts. Showing off to everyone, man, look what I can do. I can pull off 2 billion damage. Can you pull off 2 billion damage? Man, I just did 7 one-shots in a day. Can you do that? That somehow makes me better than you. That's not what the game is about. The game is about having fun. I apologize if I talk more about the updates and how toxic the Injustice 2 mobile community is compared to the gameplay. The next video that I'm gonna make, I'm gonna focus more on the gameplay. I just want to get a few things out the way. And because of everyone's obsession with doing damage, the leagues, getting into a league is harder now because they have this. If you're in my league, I welcome everyone. It doesn't matter if you just started the game today. I welcome everybody. I give out advices. I let people show me their roster, and I tell them what team to use. If the strongest character you have in your team is fucking Master Chief Catwoman, she can still pull off a decent amount of damage for you if you play the game correctly. Learn how to combo interrupt, know when to back off, know when to switch to to a character that you want to take damage with, and stuff like that. If you're watching my gameplay, know the right character to use to. If she's the strongest character, obviously she wasn't built to one-shot any boss, so she will need a little help from support characters like Girl of Steel Supergirl, Zatanna if you have Zatanna, or Raven. All right, you don't see me. Look, if you guys have been watching my content, I don't focus more on the damage. I focus more on the gameplay. If you need a little boost from Raven to get yourself over the line, there's no shame in that. There is no flex in being able to do 2 billion damage without Raven. It's not a flex. She's a character in the game. That's why she's there. She's there to assist you. But like I said, the Injustice 2 mobile gaming community is more about flexing rather than enjoying the gameplay. But overall, the game is slowly transitioning to a point where it's gonna be post damage and post flexing. Okay, I don't think they're gonna refactor the old characters that was there before the solo raids actually took off. Now Darkseid is a character that I don't have. And if I have Darkseid, trust me, I'm gonna be using him. I will find a way to work him into my fights because I like the character. I hope by this, if you stayed this long into the video, I hope you get the points that I'm trying to make. It's all about the way you approach things, not only in the game, in life in general. Who told you that your car is terrible because it's not a Lamborghini or a Ferrari? Come on, there are many more cars that you can buy, and they will do the same thing for you. It's not as flashy, okay? It's not as flashy, but that's not the point. Now, that example might not be the perfect example of what I'm trying to say, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say, okay? There's gonna be a day that people are gonna be like, King of Atlantis, Aquaman is a bad character because he standalone cannot do 2 billion damage for you. And then I'm gonna be left scratching my head like, what the hell? This is a wonderful character with a wonderful play style. I love Orm. Every time you pop a special with Orm, he has this shield. Yo, that is so cool. It makes for a very decent fight. You can combo interrupt. Even if you don't want to go the route of spamming specials with Orm, you can go with basics. He has a shield that makes you combo interrupt easily. Why hasn't anyone thought of that? I can't wait to get that character and explore what he can do. Because everyone is so fucking obsessed with doing 2 billion damage. Legendary Blue Beetle, I love using the character. His basics hit hard, okay? And the gameplay is smooth. I love the look. I love all of that. Learn to appreciate the game. Stop being obsessed with damage. There's more to the game than doing damage. That's why I discourage paying your way through the game. Take your time, enjoy the game. If the most that you can do is normal mode, that's fine. Eventually, you're gonna get characters that's gonna get you over the line in normal mode. But guess what? Once you get past normal mode, it's all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. That's when you start to see that the game is pay to win, which sucks. But that doesn't mean you can have fun. My content is gonna show you the way when you get to that point, alright? And I am not hypocritical. I say it and you guys can clearly see me do it. This is a brand new account and I say it all the time. I have way more fun fighting in the normal mode in my new account than I do in my main account. My main account is free to play, by the way. I have a video that detailed and outlined all the steps that got me to where I am in the main account. I was able to accomplish 25 mil threats and a strong roster in just 1 year. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. And once again, shout out Alta, a true legend of the Injustice 2 mobile game. I would recommend you guys go see his videos. He doesn't make content anymore, so his videos are kind of old and dated. Go see it and you will understand what I mean. Where you have to learn. The guy says it all the time. His favorite game mode is arena. He loves fighting the arena. Alright? That's because he really doesn't care about damage. It's okay, it's fine. The obsession is the problem. Alright, we have arrived to the end of the video. Classic Flash is going to drop on the May 12th. Girl of Steel Supergirl is gonna drop in the arena seasons on the 9th of May. I hope every one of you that hasn't unlocked her can unlock her, because she is a free Zatanna. She's a Zatanna that you don't have to sweat over getting. But the problem is, you will need to get her up to 4 stars at least. 3 stars is still fine. It's just gonna take you a longer time to stack the solar shield and her damage buff. So 4 stars is pretty decent. Mine is at 7 stars. So and that took me a while. I had to invest my prismatic shards and my might, the shards that for might characters. I had to invest and put all of that to her to push her to 7 stars. And if there's a Girl of Steel Supergirl chest that comes out, it's cheap, just like Batwoman the Drowned. Get this girl to 7 stars and you'll see that damage buff is insane. 400% on all basics and specials. Oh yeah. So don't sweat. If you don't have Zatanna, don't sweat. I mean, Zatanna is better because, you know, Zatanna gives the percentage health damage. But Girl of Steel Supergirl makes up for it with the solar shields. She reflects, she cancels, she nullifies every negative effect once the solar shields are active. And that's wonderful. I haven't finished building my Starfire. When she's done, I'm gonna find a way to put her into the solar rage fights, because that girl is strong. A lot of people don't know this, but Starfire is pretty strong. She's not gonna be able to one-shot your boss if that's what you're obsessed with, but she will do a good, decent amount of damage for you. Probably one shot. Classic Flash is dropping, and Classic Flash is gonna boost the agility characters with fast attack damage. Guess what? Starfire is an agility character. So let's see. When Classic Flash drops, we'll see. We'll see for sure what its passives does. I'm going by hearsay here. So yeah, the entire update was a W. I'm happy for everyone, you know, who feels like they're enjoying the game. But if you're not enjoying the game, you're playing it wrong. I appreciate the Injustice 2 mobile developers being kinder in these later years. They give out free gems, they give out free some free resources. At the end of the day, there's still gonna be people that will complain. Everyone complains, all right? It's hard to satisfy everyone. By the way, a comment asked me for my build on King of Atlantis Aquaman in my new account. So this is the build. I mean, it's not perfect. I spent a lot of credits getting, epic talents. I re-rolled it 30 times, a bunch of times before I got to that. But yeah, that's the build I have on him. Not perfect, but it gets the job done. So let's see the reward that we get here. Okay, so we didn't get any Solar Ray themed artifacts.